Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the FCS Football channel, and today we are back with another match preview for the Manchester United versus Chelsea game. So, before we get into the preview, we will, of course, be doing a watch along for this game. Kickoff is at 4:30, meaning the stream will start at 4. Anyway, onto the preview. Manchester United do come into this game sat in 8th place, with Chelsea sitting top of the league in 1st. Chelsea have picked up 13 points from their last 15 available, so they're in very, very good form. You can see why they are sitting top of this Premier League table. While Manchester United, of course, we've only taken 3 from our last 15, which, I mean, you don't have to be a genius to work out is horrendous form, and we have to be better. But look, this Chelsea game isn't an easy one, is it? We know that. Like I just said, they are top of the league, and they're top of the league for a reason. We have Liverpool and we have Manchester City in this league. They are two of the best teams in the world, and yet they are behind this machine that is Chelsea at the moment. They just absolutely win for fun. They are unbelievable, and it's going to be a very, very tough game for Manchester United to get anything from this game. But can we? That is, of course, the big question. And if we look to last season, it would suggest we could. We drew both games last season 0-0. So a little bit of optimism there for Manchester United, maybe, that last season when we played at this Thomas Tuchel Chelsea side, we should have had a penalty and we could have won it. So we can come into this game with a little bit of optimism. Of course, we're looking at both teams' last games. We, of course, beat Villarreal 2-0 thanks to Cristiano Ronaldo and Jadon Sancho goals, of course, securing Michael Carrick's first ever win as Manchester United manager, and what could potentially be his last. And we'll get onto that a little bit later in this preview. When it comes to Chelsea, of course, look, they won, didn't they? They smashed Juventus 4-0 in what was an utterly dominant performance by Chelsea. And that's what you expect from this Chelsea team, isn't it? You expect them to win, play good football, and just to be utterly, like I said, dominant. So we're going to go into this game not expecting the worst, but you can't go into this game thinking, oh yeah, we're going to win this game and we should be winning this game, like you would for the Watford game, for example. Obviously, we got bitten in that game, but you expect to have beaten Watford. You can't go into this game expecting to win. Now, this is where I want to talk more about Michael Carrick and, well, mainly his replacement in Ralf Rangnick. Now, of course, look, when we do announce him, I will, of course, be making a video or we'll go live about it. But the big news is Ralf Rangnick is pretty much confirmed to be Manchester United's, well, interim manager until the end of the season. And then he will go upstairs as in a consultatory role for the next 2 years, which is absolutely fantastic. What will Ralf Rangnick bring? He'll bring pressing, bring hard work, and he has a great eye for talent. We could have a very good end to the season under Ralf Rangnick, which would obviously mean Michael Carrick will leave. The only downside to Ralf Rangnick is he might not bring a whole new coaching staff and coaching setup to Manchester United, which is what we need. We need to get rid of the likes of Michael Carrick, Phelan, McKenna. We need to get rid of them. And because we've never really seen, well, Rangnick is constantly been chopping and changing between his roles, sporting director, manager, so on and so forth. As far as I'm aware, he doesn't have his coaches like you saw with Mourinho. Obviously, he had Rui Faria, Pochettino, Nuno. What Nuno took over to Spurs when he and his coaching staff left Wolves. What Conte took to Spurs. I'm not sure Ralf Rangnick has that, which is a slight issue. But look, he's a quality footballing mind, isn't he? Not just a manager or sporting director. He's a footballing mind. And he's going to bring that talent scouting with him. Look, we're a club that fortunately has riches to fall back on. But Rangnick knows a bargain. He has brilliant talent scouting. He knows the play. He just knows players. He's unlocked and found gems. Firmino, Haaland, Nkunku, Neuer, just to name a few. He knows quality players. And he can bring them to Manchester United. And at the clubs he's been at before, he's had to find these talents on such shoestring budget. At Manchester United, he's going to have riches and wealth to back him as well. So expect even more quality signings. While Ralf Rangnick will be fantastic, he's not the future, the long-term future. The long-term future is a new manager, and it's about trying to sort out this situation now. And obviously that's what Michael Carrick has to do today against Chelsea. He needs to put us in a position where when Ralf Rangnick comes in as manager until the end of the season, we are in a good place to try and at least get back into that top four and be playing Champions League football for next season, for whether it's Pochettino, Erik ten Hag, or if Rangnick stays as manager. That's the job of Carrick today, to put Rangnick in a position to be able to come over, take over this team, and really go for it. Of course, Rangnick, finally on Rangnick, I should say. We're expecting an announcement next week after this game. Of course, his current club have games this weekend. I'm not sure when they're being played, but he also has to sort his work permit and stuff like that to come over to England. Obviously, there's COVID stuff as well. So, we're going to have to wait a little bit of time, but he should be back for the Arsenal. Well, should be hopefully appointed for next week, where we, of course, play Arsenal. So, let's hope for the best. Anyway, let's get into the team news. Now, for Chelsea are missing two key players in Ben Chilwell, who has been in fantastic form this season. He scored a lot of goals as well, to be fair, for Chelsea. He's going to be a big miss for them at left wing back. And Mr. N'Golo Kante will be out for Chelsea, which means we're going to see a midfield consisting of two out of Kovacic, Jorginho, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It's not a bad midfield three to have, is it? I think Loftus-Cheek's been fantastic this season. Jorginho is obviously quality. I think Kovacic is massively underrated. So I don't think any of them is a bad midfield double pivot. But I think we are going to see Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic. Just about Chelsea, we know how they're going to play. They're going to be that 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1, whichever way you want to put it. It's going to be Edouard Mendy in goal. It's going to be any three of Rudiger. Well, almost definitely will play on that left-hand side of the three. Thiago Silva, then either Trevor Chalobah, who's been fantastic this season, Christensen, one of them, really. Wing backs, it's going to be Reece James and most likely now Marcos Alonso. Midfield double pivot, probably Kovacic and Jorginho. Then in that front three, I think we're going to see Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think we're going to see Mason Mount. And then I think we're going to see Romelu Lukaku. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi has been fantastic since he's been given that opportunity to play thanks to the injuries. And I don't think he's going to be dropped. I think he's been, like I said, he's been fantastic. I think he's going to start today. Moving over to Manchester United team news. Look, we've got a lot of players out, don't we? So, Rafael Varane, of course, has got his hamstring injury, which he sustained on international duty a few weeks ago. He is still out. Pogba, we know he is suspended with a thigh injury. Edinson Cavani, he has been out. We're not sure whether he will be match fit or not to play today. So, he's a maybe. Mason Greenwood got COVID. I'm not quite sure exactly if he's vaccinated or what's going on with him. But he could be set to miss out. I assume he is going to miss out because he got COVID 8 days ago, or at least it was reported 8 days ago. Usually you have to wait to 10 to 14 days. I don't know if he's been double vaccinated, so as soon as if he tests negative, then he can play. I'm not 100% sure on all that, but as far as I'm aware, he will miss out today. Luke Shaw, obviously missed out and didn't even travel with the squad to the Villarreal game. Is he going to be fit and ready to play today? We're not sure. While obviously the captain, Harry Maguire, is suspended after his red card for, 2 yellows against Watford in that 4-1 defeat. Now, with that team news, this is the team I believe Michael Carrick will play in what is potentially his last ever game as Manchester United manager. So I think he will go with a back three. I think he's going to go David De Gea in goal. Undroppable David De Gea. Keeps his place, and deservedly so. Back three I should say, sorry. Lindelof, Bailly, and I think he's going to put Luke Shaw back into that back three. Luke Shaw, I'm not sure if he's going to be 100% fit, so I think he will just slot him into that left centre-back role. Try and almost one-on-one match Chelsea with that attack. Really with a lot of the team. And I think Luke Shaw playing that left centre-back role with Telles wanting to bomb forward as much as Telles does, will be fine, can cover at left back, and doesn't have to do as much running, so doesn't have to be as fit as he would if he is playing as that left back. Wan-Bissaka will keep his place, and I just think Carrick will want to be a bit more defensive and try, like I said, try and match Chelsea sort of defensively. So their three strikers or attackers will be matched with our three centre backs. Wing backs will cover each other. Kind of Fred and McTominay, I think will be on Jorginho and Kovacic. And then Bruno, Rashford, and Ronaldo, who is my front three, will kind of just press the centre backs. Of course, look, Michael Carrick has a 100% record at the moment. He will want to keep that record of never losing. And I think, look, he knows the dangers of Chelsea. And we saw under Ollie, who's the set. Look, let's be clear here. Carrick is just Ollie with a new face. We saw against Man City and Spurs, we went 5 at the back to try and keep clean sheets, to try and stop the opposition. I wouldn't be surprised to see Michael Carrick do the exact same. And look, when it comes to the strikers, I don't think Cavani's going to be 100% fit, so I don't think Carrick plays him. I think he's going to use Rashford just to literally long ball, get Marcus running on it, and hope for the best. Obviously, Ronaldo, he's undroppable. And I think, look, yes, he dropped Bruno for that Villarreal game. He's not going to keep Bruno out of the team, is he? So Bruno will, of course, come back in. My team, slightly different. I'm sticking to the back four. David De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Eric Bailly, Luke Shaw. Not ideal not to have Maguire or Varane. While Maguire hasn't been good enough, Lindelof and Bailly as a partnership never really worked. And I have my question marks over it. I think both of them calamitous. I think Bailly, look, he can score an own goal, will be brilliant. We saw that against Man City and Atalanta. Atalanta, he was absolutely fantastic. Manchester City scored an own goal in 7 minutes. That is Eric Bailly. I feel Lindelof can be and will be bullied by Romelu Lukaku if he's playing, but let's just hope he doesn't. Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw as wing backs, or full backs I should say, just kind of play him. I think Luke Shaw probably will be fully fit, but if he's not, maybe you put Telles in there. I would just go for Shaw because he's better defensively, and we know Reece James is such a threat bombing on as that right wing back, so you want a bit better defensive stability, and I think Luke Shaw brings that. Plus, I think physically, Luke Shaw and Reece James is a much better match than Alex Telles is up against Reece James. I would then go for Donny van der Beek and Nemanja Matic in midfield. Bit of stability. I think when they came on against Watford, fantastic. Let's see him again. Matic didn't play against Villarreal in the Champions League. Hopefully that means he was being rested for this Chelsea game. And then as a strike force, I've gone for Rashford on the left. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Marcus Rashford, but I think what he does bring for this game particularly, pace on the counter-attack. Reece James is going to bomb forward. Trevor Chalobah will probably be that right-hand side centre-back. Get Rashford running at him. Either say, Reece James, you're going to have to stay back, or Rashford's going to run in behind you every single time, or let Rashford have a go at Chalobah and see how Chalobah deals with him. Give Chalobah a real challenge. We know Rashford can turn defenders in and out. Sancho, fantastic against Watford, fantastic against Villarreal, keeps his place. Bruno Fernandes comes back into the team after being dropped against Villarreal. Came on, was fantastic when he came on, has to do the same again today. And of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, reliable goal scorer up top. Go on, Cristiano. Get us the goals to win this game today. Anyway, just about the game before we wrap up this preview. Look, it might be Carrick's last game, might not be. Let's hope it is. Let's go out with a bang. It's not going to be easy though, is it? Like I said, Chelsea top of the league in what is such a strong league. We're going to have to be at our very, very best to win this game. And unfortunately, I don't see us being that. I think Chelsea are too much of a winning machine. They are so, so good. Even when they were missing Lukaku, Timo Werner, so on and so forth, they were still quality. I don't expect that to change today. United, I don't think they look amazing against Villarreal. This is the same coaching staff and coaching team that cost Ole Gunnar Solskjaer his job, lost to Watford 4-1. Why would it be any different today? It's just, for me, it's about how many do Chelsea want to beat us by. And I think it's going to be 2-0 Chelsea. Anyway, that is going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Of course, like I said, there will be a watch along, so please do tune into that. Link in the description below and on the end card. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. in a bit. Peace.